the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. What a treat to be here in what is called the prettiest little stadium in America, home to the Georgia Southern Eagles in Statesboro. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, squaring off with another Sun Belt foe, the Georgia Southern Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the App State Mountaineers offense will have the football first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Running back searching for a hole. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Buys a little extra time. Wide open downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Williams. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Mountaineers want to crank the tempo. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
So Georgia Southern's offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting...
Oh, he's got some space. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And the Eagles come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Offense gets set for second down. Defense in press coverage. To the air on second down. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, this team came out with their hair on fire. The offense drives down the field, scores a touchdown on their opening possession, and now the defense is dominating as well. Already their second sack, and you've got to give this head coach a ton of credit. He did a great job getting this football team physically and mentally ready to play here today.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Punt is on its way. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he hauls it in inside the 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Mountaineers are flying down the field. Looking to throw. Steps away. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, App State. Fitted in the window for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost a race.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wants to fire on second down. Got out of trouble and throws. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board. He'll try to take it. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try the run. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached the break, and Appalachian State has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. First play of the period will be a second down. DB's right up on the receivers. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Watt. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Fires to the tight end. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're working that left side. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Going right to work up top. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man, it's Paul.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. He's now up to 66 yards on the ground so far, and he looks to be well on his way to a 1,500-yard season. Turning it on. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. Looking for a crease. It's Richard. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Leaves it with the running back. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. And the Mountaineers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to him again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
It's first down from the 11. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to...
Touchdown, Appalachian State! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Second down, he'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Stokes. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. Got his man down the middle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Going to try to get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Still looking, on the move. Unleashes one. Makes a connection. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Here's first and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. Trying to find the end zone. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Mountaineers will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. A score.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
And the Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Motion from the back. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete out of the backfield. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Appalachian State. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
He'll do it himself. There he goes. He smashes his way through again. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Punts it out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Line getting set on second down. The run from the shotgun. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Caught near the sticks. It's Stokes. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out fast.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. He wants to throw it. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And, man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Power football with the run. Crosses the 40. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. He now has 110 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. And the Mountaineers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. You're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
6 Propane. 4.
Wants to go up top. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. It's complete. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
He found some running room but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll run it. Touchdown Mountaineers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Makes the grab. It's Watt. Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quick release by the QB. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Eagles come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Here's a heat. Finds his tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Eagles are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
The Eagles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off-play action on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Griffin. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did. And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got enough for the first. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
And the Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
They go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
The Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking for room at the 30. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us 4 days.